Hello, hello, hello. What is up? Hello. What is going on? What's up, chat room? Can y'all hear me? Everything's rocking good. All right. Just sitting at the last little social media here. And we're going to get this show on the road. What is up? What is up? All right, so I wasn't looking at the chat room, but everything's sounding good in the chat. Can y'all hear me okay? Picture coming through okay? What's up? The sound isn't syncing? You can hear, but you can't see. Huh. The video's lagging. There's a little delay between the audio and my mouth moving. Huh. Well, most of this video will probably be set like this, so I'm not going to, hopefully it's not going to be that big of a deal. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Trying this, so we'll see if the audio hopefully works out. The sound is not syncing. I mean, I can try to come through with the, let me see. So, all right, never mind. Bump it. We're just gonna go through. This and this. Let me mute my. Let me mute that. Make sure that's good. All right. So. Okay. Sorry. All right. So can y'all hear me okay now? After this, after I get the confirmation of this, we're gonna roll with this thing. Sitting here waiting too long. As long as you can hear me, we should be good. No sound at all now? I was about to curse. I got to forget I'm live. Test. Well, when I switched over to my webcam mic, I had to lower down the audio. Now it's okay? All right. Okay, all right. So we rolling now. We are rolling. Hey, what's up, y'all? Thanks for coming out to this. I keep looking at myself on the monitor here. Well, thanks for coming out to the first impressions of my first week with the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. And so here's the phone right here. And I was able to, as I mentioned before in a couple of videos I've done about this phone, I was able to get a first hands-on with a bunch of other tech YouTubers and media and things like that about a week ago. But I got the device in on Monday, so it's not technically 7 days, from then, but close enough. It's a good work week that I had with using the S9 Plus as my primary phone. And so I'm going to be looking at the chat room. What's up to everybody in the chat? Thanks for hanging out. And ask questions and things like that. This is going to be kind of free-flowing. There's no strict thing that I'm doing with this. And I'll look over, see if any questions that you may have, and I'll try to answer them the best that I can. And so the first thing I want to say about this phone is that I'll probably say the number one thing that I've been getting asked about this is how does it compare to the Galaxy Note 8? And I want to do that in a separate video. I'm going to cover a little bit more stuff showing things with the camera and performance and stuff like that. But for the most part, I would say just a quick kind of roundup is that this is a little bit more of a souped up Galaxy Note 8. Has better internals. The new Qualcomm Snapdragon processor inside of it. It's so super fast, 6 gigabytes of RAM. And it doesn't have the S Pen, but it basically has everything else that the Galaxy Note 8 has. Plus a slightly better display, a little bit brighter, I would say. It's going to be faster and the camera's going to be better. So if you're trying to decide between the two, the first thing is going to be, well, the Galaxy Note 8 has the S Pen. If you really want the S Pen, then you're not going to want to get this. But if you don't really want the S Pen, you don't need that. I would say that the Galaxy S9 Plus is going to be the one that you want to get. Design-wise, I can actually show you these two side by side here real quick. Just a little size comparison between the Galaxy Note 8 and also the make sure it's on camera here. Let me move this keyboard out of the way. That makes a little bit more sense, doesn't it? All right, so you can see the different size comparison with the Note 8 is a little bit taller than the Galaxy S9 Plus. But for the most part, they feel similar to each other. The Note 8 has a little bit more boxier feel to it. But both of them are going to be bringing some good size in your pocket if you're thinking about carrying both of these phones around with you. But let's get back to the S9 Plus. And so one of the first things about the S9 Plus is that the camera has dual cameras. The regular S9 only has one single camera, but the main camera is a 12 megapixel camera that does have dual aperture mode. So basically you can switch between two different apertures. One's going to be better for low light, one is going to be better when you're outside with a lot of light. That's the basic way to explain it. And so the photos themselves on this phone are pretty impressive. And a lot of people ask me, how does it compare to something like maybe the Google Pixel 2 and the iPhone 10. Well, I will be showing that. I will be showing how both of those do look in a separate video, but it's really, really, really good quality with this camera. Looks amazing. The video is really good. Let me turn the audio down. The video is really good, and I'm gonna have a full-on video where I'm showing you. I'm going to be showing you the video and the pictures and things like that from it directly in the video, so you're not trying to watch it over a live stream where you're not going to really get a full sense of the quality. But it's really good. The image stabilization is pretty solid as well. The S9 Plus with the dual cameras has image stabilization in both of the lenses. And basically with the lenses, you're also going to be able to get 2x optical zoom. And I'll show you an example. And if you can go to my Instagram, Instagram.com/Mark Watson, you'll actually be able to see a little side-by-side comparison. I'm going to show you exactly what I did there with this, but you'll be able to see how it looks. And so this is basically, this is using the main lens, so it's all the way out. This is basically what you see once you pull the phone up, you take the picture, and then this one is going to be using the 2x optical zoom. Now, one thing to note is that the optical zoom doesn't always work in low light. And what I mean by that is that once you hit that ×2 button on the screen, it may actually just use the same main camera and not switch over to the other one. And the reason for that is just because the main camera can get down to a lower aperture. That's going to be better for low light. But for this particular example, it did switch over to the second camera, and it's just a super crisp photo. Again, hard to show you here, but you'll see my video when I upload it, just showing it that it zoomed in 2x optical zoom. It looks fantastic, and this is at nighttime, great shot. I dialed down the exposure just a little bit on it, but other than that, it was just fine. So let me look into the chat room real quick to see if I have any questions. Will this be a good upgrade from an iPhone 7? For sure. I think that this is definitely a really good upgrade from something like the iPhone 7. Again, the biggest difference is going to be you switching over to Android. Android's going to get you more freedom. It's going to get you more opportunities to do a lot more things with your phone, to customize it a lot more. And just from a day-to-day usage, I mean, you know, iOS and Android can do most of the same things, but there are some things that are unique to Android, and also there are some things in the software that Samsung has put on as their skin on top of Android. And the S9 Plus is running Android Oreo 8.0. It may be 8.1. I can't remember if it's 8.1 or not, but at least Android 8 Oreo. So it has those things with it. But the software, I mean, when you start using it, it's not a lot of major things that are different with this software compared to the Note 8. It's just like a little bit of fine tuning and things like that. They tighten up a little bit of things in the settings. And one thing that is new with this Galaxy S9 Plus is that the facial recognition for when you want to unlock your phone is going to be using, they have the intelligent mode, so it's going to be using your iris scanning and also the facial scanning in conjunction with each other. Just in case one is not working well, it'll switch over to the other one and allow you to unlock your phone. And so it's not as good as Face ID. And let me see if I can get it to lock. All right. And you can see that it is scanning right there, and it went ahead and unlocked. So it's pretty good. I'm not even actually directly looking at it, and it works and it's working. But you can see it there. It's waiting for trying to recognize my face or recognize my iris. And let me show you how fast it works. Oh, Bixby level. Let me go back. All right, there it is. And I like that it just automatically unlocks and takes you to the home screen, where with Touch ID, or not Touch ID, but Face ID on the iPhone 10, you have to still swipe up in order to get into your home screen. So just back to your original question, whether it's good upgrade from the iPhone 7. Definitely, if you're looking for something that has super fast hardware, a better camera than the one that's on the iPhone 7, definitely the S9 Plus, or the S9 really in that case would be good for you. Do you reckon I'll be using the S9 as my daily driver now? Well, as I'm working on my review for it, it's my main phone. So this is the one that I'm using, and I'll probably be using this for a while now. Whether I can say that I'm going to not use the iPhone 10 or not use the Pixel 2 XL, that's a little bit wait to be seen whether or not I will actually go full time with this after my initial review period. But it's a solid phone, and all three are going to be really good flagships. And honestly, I normally roll with two phones. So I'm normally carrying like the iPhone 10. I normally carry the iPhone 10 and also another Android phone as well. So for the last few months, I've been rocking with the Pixel 2 XL and the iPhone 10. But we'll see if this can replace either one of those. We'll see. Yes, this is the S9 Plus model. And the main difference between this and the regular S9 is just that it has the extra camera on the back that allows you to do live focus mode, to get, kind of like portrait mode. Yeah, that's the main difference between this and the S9. And so really, if you don't find yourself going to be using that particular mode, live focus mode, and those things, so I mean, the S9 would probably be a good option for you. But unless you just want a bigger battery and a bigger screen, then of course you want to go with the S9 Plus. But that's really just the main difference between the two phones. How the speakers compare to the Pixel 2 XL? I would say that these speakers are better and louder. I like the fact that it does have Dolby Atmos, so if you're watching content that has Dolby Atmos audio, it sounds like the audio is coming from all around you, like surround sound. So these speakers are really good and really loud. I haven't done a direct comparison between this and the iPhone 10, because the iPhone 10 does have really good speakers on it as well. But the speakers on these are really good, really loud. I have no complaints at all with it. What's the size difference between this and the LG V30? Where is my V30? I don't know where it is. It's somewhere probably in my closet behind me, but I would say that this is bigger. You know, so it's a little bit taller than the V30. If I'm just going off of my rough estimates, I would say this is a little bit taller than the V30. Yeah, there is a new DeX docking station. I don't think this works with the original one. But there is a new DeX station that you probably want to get anyway, and that one allows you to put the phone in it, and then you'll be able to use the phone as a touchpad. So you'll be able to use your finger and move that around when you're using the OS. And then also too, when you need to type something, the keyboard can pop up, or you can still just plug in a keyboard into the monitor that you're using to do it. So the DeX station is basically like, if you don't know, a docking station where you can put the phone in, and then now you can plug this up into a TV or a monitor, and then it's kind of like you have your own portable laptop with you, and it's basically going to bring up Samsung's OS that looks like a regular desktop OS and allows you to do it. So in the demonstration, I did it in my video. Not my unboxing, but my first look video, whatever I called it, my hands-on video. So you can check that out. It's at the end of that. You can see the DeX station in hand. This is the S9 Plus, Jashir 96. Is it true that the S9 is bad with Snapchat, like camera-wise? The selfie is bad. Honestly, I haven't tried to do the Snapchat with this yet. I have it installed, but I keep forgetting my Snapchat password. So I think I tried to log in last night, but I forgot it. But yeah, I'll try it with Snapchat, so I can't tell you right now. All right, so another thing new with the Galaxy S9 Plus is the fingerprint scanners on the back. Not that it's on the back, but this is centrally located underneath the camera modules now, instead of being right next to the camera like it was on the Galaxy Note 8. As you can see, this is the Galaxy Note 8 on the side. And it's not only a little bit taller, so it's a little bit harder to reach when you have your finger behind it, but it's just right next to the camera module, and I always find myself putting my fingerprints on the camera. So how is it working now with it underneath it? To be honest with you, sometimes I still do accidentally put my finger up on the bottom lens, and that's just because there's no really definition between the two. I mean, right here, you can feel it a little bit, but when your finger go back on it, I still feel like I sometimes put it there. So I wish there was a little bit of separation between the camera lenses and the fingerprint scanner. Just a little bit more separation there, so it'll feel better. But for the most part, it works pretty fast. And then also too, one thing I do wish that was different on this S9 is that the volume rocker and the Bixby button, I wish those were swapped. Because when I'm holding the phone, I naturally hold my phone like this, and my index finger is right there on the Bixby button. Now the problem is I don't use Bixby that much, so I wish that, and I would think that most people are probably going to be interacting with the volume buttons way more than they are with the Bixby button throughout the day. So I wish that the volume buttons were down here and the Bixby button was up top. That's one thing I really wish, because this phone is still a little bit tall, so I found myself just having to readjust my hand and my grip on the phone itself just to reach the volume buttons, which if it was down here, it would have been sweet. Wallpaper. I can't remember where I got this wallpaper. I may download it from the internet, or I went through the wallpaper gallery. And you know what? And the first the first time I really came across the Samsung themes and started using this, this was like a year or two ago, whenever they first launched this. It's gotten a lot more content with it. So this is cool because I really like being able to have a bunch of different wallpapers I can go through and look through right there on my phone. Don't have to go to my browser and look for it during Google. And there's a lot of people have uploaded some really good wallpapers on here. Some are paid and some are free, but I do like having this right here directly built into the phone instead of having to go to another source. So it's really cool. And you can do this with the always on display. You can go full on with themes and icon packs and stuff like this. So at first, and it doesn't feel like a money grab, right? It doesn't feel like Samsung is trying to just push this in your face to get you to do money. I think it's integrated very nicely with it. So I can't remember where I got this wallpaper from, but if I do remember, I'll try to put a link in the description box. Hit me up on Twitter too later on today and ask me again so I can remember. How's the battery life been? Battery life has been solid. And I find myself that, and actually I'm at about 95%, and I took this off the charger probably about 2 hours ago, I think, a little bit over 2 hours ago, and I'm at 95%, and Wi-Fi, Bluetooth is on. Screen brightness is low just for the video, but I normally have it at probably around like 80%. But overall, battery life has been pretty good, and really haven't had that many issues with it. What else? What do I think works best, the fingerprint or the face scanning? Well, the fingerprint is always going to work, right? Unless you, unless you chop off your fingertips. The fingerprint is always going to be a better option than face scanning, especially with this not being like as kind of bumped out as not Touch ID, but Face ID. But fingerprint scan is always going to be better, and it's just about making sure your finger lands on it. But once your finger lands on the scanner, you're really not going to have that many problems with it. So, and this is just true for all phones, not just the Galaxy S9 Plus. But I would say that the face scanner is better than the Note 8 on this one. I still probably, I don't even think about it anymore, but I still naturally just kind of go and to place my finger on the fingerprint scanner instead of remembering to use the facial unlock. But sometimes the facial lock just works while I'm in the process of putting my finger on the back on the fingerprint scanner. So both are good just to have on. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have the face scanning on unless you're just worried about somebody scanning your face and unlocking your phone. But yeah, fingerprint is always going to be kind of number one. Low gang for life. Do you think that the S9 Plus looks better than the S8 Plus? Well, honestly, they look very similar to each other. Gosh, I wish I had that phone over here too. But honestly, they look very similar to each other. It's really not that big of a difference. I think they had the new purple color. I think that's unique to the S9. But other than that, the only thing, again, the main difference is just going to be the camera modules are swapped, or this one has the two camera modules that are in a vertical mode. And the fingerprint scanner is down the middle. But other than that, they look very similar. Live drop test. All right, here we go. 1, 2. Heck no, I ain't doing that. How was the Bixby software? Let's show off Bixby. Let's see. Let's see how Bixby is rolling. Hey, Bixby. I don't think I have Hey Bixby on. I may not have it on. Hey Bixby. Like my Note 8 is going crazy over there. I don't think I have it turned on. Do I not have it turned on? Let's see. I thought I had it on. What a fail. What a major fail. All right, so anyway, let me just hit the Bixby button then. What's the weather like today? What's the weather like today? What? What are you doing? What's the weather like today? I didn't recognize that. Could you wake me up and say that again? If you ain't woke by now, it's 12 o'clock. Hey, Bixby. Fuck. So yeah, Bixby is acting weird. So that's how Bixby is working. Why is it not working? Hey, Bixby. Oh, there, whoa, there we go. There we go. Wait a second. What's the weather like today? What's the weather like today? What's the weather like today? Oh, you know what? You know what I'm doing wrong? I'm such an idiot. So I gotta hold it down because I never use a Bixby button. I normally just use my voice. So I have to continue to hold it down and then say something. So it's not Bixby messing up. That's my dumb idiot self messing up. All right, here we go. Hey Bixby, what's the weather like today? And I'm still saying hey Bixby for some reason. So anyway, it's pretty fast, and I do like the fact that the more you use Bixby, you'll get points and stuff like that, and it feels like you are helping improvement, and this is great because it did work pretty well. So you know what? I honestly don't use Bixby that much. Yeah, I don't really use any voice assistant that much anymore. Like I only really use like Siri on the iPhone for set up reminders and alarms and stuff like that. But that'll be the only reason why I'll probably use Bixby. But yeah, we'll see. What an idiot. Soldier doesn't know his best with Bixby, huh? Have I experienced any lag? Seemed like most of the lag was gone on the Note 8. Honestly, I haven't experienced any lag with this phone. It is very snappy, just like the Snapdragon processor inside of it. And I would say that, you know, it just works pretty well. It just works very fast. And I haven't done any like games on it yet, but just for normal use, I can't remember one time like an app closed on me accidentally or just, you know, had to reboot itself or respring. I haven't had any issues at all with this phone. Yeah, I have not gotten frustrated with it, I would say. I've not gotten frustrated at all with it besides me just messing up Bixby a moment ago. But other than that, it just works. It screams. What's up, AJM? Does the S9 has the same AKG headset as the S8? I believe it's the same. They are AKG headphones that come with this. I don't remember them saying anything about them being different. If I'm not mistaken, they do look similar to the last one. I'll double check on that. Someone in the chat may know, but I don't think they're. If they are different, it's just going to be better, the headphones that come with it. But yeah, as I said in my unboxing video, the headphones that come with the S9 Plus are the best headphones that come free with any smartphone. And let me see if I actually have them. Yeah, I actually have them right here. So yeah, these headphones are pretty sweet. I'm not going to take it all the way out because I'm going to put them right back in the box. But these headphones sound really good. And I use them for my Nintendo Switch. Because of the Nintendo Switch, I still don't think has Bluetooth headphone support yet. And so yeah, these are some good headphones. Good free headphones. Have I given a demo with the Slowmo? Let me see if I have a Slowmo video on here. I have some ideas that I want to do with Slowmo. Oh yeah, see, I do have one. All right, let me restart this. And so yeah, this is the 960 frames per second slow motion. It's only 720p, but it still works very well. It does look pretty good if you do have a decent amount of sunlight in it. Sunlight, or if you're outside or something like that. But indoors, it's okay, but it's definitely going to be better for outdoor usage. And so I have some ideas that I want to do for slow-mo mode, so stay tuned for that. I'll show you some more cool stuff and demonstrations with it. But yeah, I really like it. So yeah, I wish it was probably like 1080p with that, but you can't be pushy. The fact that they're doing that fast of a really that slow of a slow mode is pretty impressive. Yeah, and you can set it as your wallpaper, and I haven't tried to do that yet. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, there we go. So you can set these slow motions and things like that, or things that you take with this as your wallpaper, just like that. And let's go and see. Boom. And that's just pretty cool. So I'll probably want to do something and have it a little bit more centered and things like that. I don't know whether you can move around the part of the video that you want, but yeah, it's pretty cool to set it as your wallpaper. S9 or the S9 Plus, which one I would get? I mean, I'm always going to go with the one that's more souped up. So the S9 Plus is my personal choice. Just for the cameras, the better battery life, and things like that, and the bigger screen. So I'm always going to go big. That's what she said, all right. D-brand or naked? I actually need to get that new camo skin that they have for this S9. It looks pretty solid, so I'm probably going to go and order that from D-brand. It'll match my hoodie, my camo hoodie. It has Bluetooth 5.0. Max, it does have Bluetooth 5.0. TouchWiz Tech Out says TouchWiz or / Samsung experience different on the S9 compared to the S8 and Note 8. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, it's not a huge difference. There are like little tweaks and things like that they've made on here. And then with the camera, I do like the fact the camera now, in the camera app, you can swipe to move between the different modes. And yeah, let me show off while we're in the camera app. Let's show off AR emoji. Let me see if I can demonstrate this for you guys. All right. All right, so this isn't new. This was on the previous Galaxy phones that released. But what is new is now you can do your AR emoji where you can create your own. And I haven't done this yet on this phone yet. So anyway, it's going to scan your face. And then once I smile, it'll go ahead and try to register me. Oh, smile with my lips closed. I'm not following directions. All right. So I'm going to choose male, hit next. And it's going to start creating my emoji, not an emoji, my AR emoji. And there we go. Look at me. Look at that boy. All right, so skin tone. Do I want to go Wakanda? Or, there we go, I'm going to go right there. All right, and so you can change the shape of your head, your hairstyle. Let me go with that. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to grow my hair out for this one. You can put some glasses on. I do wear glasses. I need to get LASIK. I'm wearing my contacts now, but I'm going to put glasses on. What the heck. And you can change your shirt here. Figure, what do I want to wear today? I'll wear that. All right, so now after you create your AR emoji, you're able to summon it anytime you want while you're in the camera app. Oh, I don't want to hit create. Go back, fail. And so now you'll see my little face that's waiting down there. I can tap on it. And now I'm able to talk and smile, open my eyes, move my eyebrows, move my head. I wish it would recognize your hands. That would have been cool. And actually recognize my hand to actually record that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And then if you have multiple ones saved, you can put yourself as a girl if you wanted to, things like that. You can you'll have all of those saved at the bottom there. So, I mean, it works well. Again, a lot of people want to compare this to Animojis. This is different. You know, it is different because it's more personal. Animojis just allows you to become a character. This allows you to become yourself, and you can share it, and you have different things you can do with it, which is pretty cool. And let me see the different. Let me check out all the different gifts that you can do with it. I forgot where it is. Anyway, I'll do that later. But yeah, you're able to create a bunch of things that you can share with your Animoji and stuff like, not Animoji, your AR emoji. I keep calling it Animoji for some reason. So anyway, yeah, AR emoji, there it is. Yeah, I wish that AR emoji, I wish they did probably made a different name for AR emoji. They could have made something that stuck a little bit more. How's the keyboard with the edge panel? I haven't had any issues with it. The one thing I would say is that in general, make sure, pull the keyboard. Just in general, I wish that I don't know if the curved display on the side is really that useful anymore. I mean, you can still do your app's edge, so you can have your favorite apps and things like that on the side, but I honestly never do that. So yeah, I don't know how useful the curved display is anymore. It would be better if it's probably just straight on so you can hold it a little bit better, but if it wasn't curved, it'll be easier to hold in your hands a little bit, but yeah. And I was looking up Beyonce and Tiffany Haddish. I didn't know that they were beefing, so I listened to that latest DJ Khaled song, and apparently Beyonce dissed Tiffany Haddish on it. So I was looking for the dirt on it. Any issues texting iPhones? No. I'm in a group chat with some other people that have iPhones, and I haven't experienced any issues at all with it. Carl L asks, do I like the Samsung Note smartphones or Samsung series smartphones? Or I'm assuming the S9. Do I like the S's or the Notes? I just lost my voice for a second. Honestly, I mean, they both are really good. I mean, the Note 8 is one big size that's for a certain amount of people, and the Galaxy S8s, S9s are some phones that anybody can get into, whether you're a power user or if you have small hands or you just don't want a big phone. It has that coverage with just like the regular S9. So the S9 is just better for everybody. Me personally, when the Note 9 comes out, I'm going to use that over the Galaxy S9 Plus because it should be better, right? So for me, I switch between the two whenever they come out. So I can't really say which one is my favorite because the S9 Plus is really close to. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see as time goes on how the S9 Pluses and the Galaxy Note kind of compete against each other because they're in the same wheelhouse now. But when it comes to size, when it comes to performance and specs, so we'll see how it goes in the long run. Whether they keep both of those separate and just keep both of them running, or maybe they get rid of one. Who knows? But I think Samsung likes to be able to, in the beginning of the year, be able to launch a couple new phones like these new S9s, and then in the fall or late summer, they can go ahead and start releasing the Galaxy Note. And so they have 2 times per year they can, 1, get your money, and 2, just stay relevant in the smartphone game. Whereas something like the iPhone only comes out once a year, more than likely. So I think Samsung likes that. Hackini Man asks, does saying OK Google turn the phone on from the lock screen? Wait, let's see.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet.
Oh gosh. So I have a bunch of devices in here that are going to respond to Hey Google. Oh, hey Google. Hey Google. Hey Google. Doesn't look like it's working. So I don't know what's going
Well,
on.
that's a disappointment.
Hey Bixby. My Hey Bixby hasn't been working either, so I don't know whether it will work or not from the lock screen. I'll remember to try that out. I don't know why my Hey Bixby is not recognizing my voice. I thought I enabled it. We'll see. Is the S9 durable? Is it rough and tough? I mean, you got glass on the front and the back. I mean, I mean, with any phone, it's not a phone out there where I can say, unless it's like whenever the S9 Active comes out, which is just made to be really durable. All these phones between this, the iPhone, the Note, most of the phones I don't ever want to drop because especially any phone that has glass on the back, I mean, you don't want to drop any one. So I'm not going to be doing any drop tests unless Samsung wants to send me an extra one. But yeah, They have the Galaxy S9 and Plus and the S9 Plus at Best Buy on display. Yeah, one of the best ways is to, besides watching these videos, is to go to the store and get your hands on with the phones yourself to really see how it feels in your hand. So yeah, Best Buy looks to have them, and I'm pretty sure like Verizon and all the other carriers will probably have the phones in, so you can check them out. Kagan Morris, you have T-Mobile, so the current pre-order trade-in deal is very tempting. Just doing my research as I've been out of Android for a few years. Yeah, so Samsung, I forgot the landing page, but you just go to Samsung websites or just Google Samsung S9 pre-order or trade-in. They have pretty good trade-in. I think up to $350 for like if you have an iPhone 10 or you have like the Galaxy S8. You can get $350 towards your pre-order of the new Galaxy S9 or the S9 Plus. You may want to check that. I mean, I would say I recommend going checking on eBay because especially if you have an unlocked phone, you may be able to get a little bit more on eBay for it instead of just $350. So definitely check out what they're going for on eBay first. But if not, if you just want to just get it done right away, Samsung is doing a trade-in deal, not just for their phones, but other phones as well. So it's pretty cool if you just want to try to save some money. Does Intelligent Scan work better? As I mentioned before, Intelligent Scan does work a little bit better, but they also have the new mode where it's going to be using your iris and also the facial scan as well. And those just work really well together. So when one doesn't work, the other one should be working. At all else, you can still just use if everything else fails, you can just use your fingerprint. So it does, I do find that it does work better. I haven't tested to see if it works if my eyes are closed, which I had a problem with last year with the phones. Let me see. Oh, I don't think it works with my eyes closed. No, it doesn't. So yeah, that's awesome. So I think it was my S8 review, I think. It may have been a note, but I think it was my S8 review I showed where it does work. It worked with your eyes are closed, which is not a good thing because somebody can just hold your phone over your face when you're sleeping. So looks like they fixed that as well. Thanks for helping me remember to check that. Is Dolby Atmos good or more of a gimmick? It's good. When it works well. You definitely notice it. It's not, I mean, Dolby Atmos is, I would say like AR emoji is more of a gimmick, stuff like that. But Dolby Atmos, if you're actually watching something that is using that, it's a better experience, a good experience when you're using it on your phone. So I haven't tried any games with that yet. I don't know if there's games that have Dolby Atmos support for it, but that'll be pretty cool. That'll be pretty good. So that's one of those things where the speaker's not only louder, but that adds a different effect to it. Do I have a blue one? No, I don't have a blue one. They just sent me the black one. I think it's midnight black. They sent me the black one. All the colors look really good on it. The blue looks good. The S9, I think the S9 is. I think the S9 Plus is 840. Y'all correct me in the chat. I think it's 840 for the S9 Plus, and I think is 7. Is it like 730, 740 for this regular S9? Somebody check that for me. Should you buy the S9 or the S8? It depends on what you're trying to spend. If cost is an issue, I would probably say go with the S8. But look at the trade-ins that you can do with the S9, with Samsung, and also anything else like that. But I would say that it's always good to get the latest and greatest. So I would recommend getting the Galaxy S9. It's definitely a better phone, but it just depends on if you you're trying to save some money or something like that. Yep, you still get the AKG Headphones Amar K. I showed them off a little bit earlier, but I'll show them again as well. So in the box, you still get the really good AKG headphones. Best free headphones that you can get with a smartphone. I like them. I like them a lot. All right, guys, I got a couple more minutes. How do the speakers compare to the iPhone 10? I haven't done a direct comparison with them. Both of them are loud, but I would say Dolby Atmos support for the Galaxy S9 is definitely a one step up. So I haven't done like a really direct comparison when I had them playing the same thing side by side. So I'll do that and check that out, and I'll have more coverage on that. I'll talk about that in my review. Step my internet game up? Why? What's going on? Why I got to step my internet game up? What you talking about? Is it really laggy? Well, my internet, like I have fiber. Like I think if I probably run a scan, it's supposed to be 1,000 up, 1,000 down, but it's more like down. My down speed is like 700, and my up speed is around like 600 or so. So my internet is fine. And I don't know whether, because I'm going through Elgato Game Capture, I may need to go through whatever YouTube uses for, I forgot the name of it, what they use for their live streaming, Wirestream or Wirecast, whatever it's called. So I may try to go through that next time to see if that's going to be better instead of going through Elgato. So that may be causing the lag and stuff like that. So I apologize on that, but we'll see. All right, a couple more questions. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday, Ezra rates it. Do you think it will sell well? I think it will sell. I mean, I'm trying to remember if I've seen really any commercial on TV. I'm pretty sure they played commercials for the S9, but it depends on how they market this phone. This phone doesn't have like one feature that is going to stand out to the general public. Like, oh my God, it has this, and I want it for this. I mean, they're going to really push the fact that it has dual aperture and stuff like that. There's going to be some people that may not even know what that really is going to matter with it. They may not care that much, but they're definitely going to push that the camera is better. But for me, probably you guys watching, you know that this is a very powerful, fast phone. It's a really good phone. But I think it's really going to come down to how they market this phone to really see how it's going to sell. You reckon the Note 9? Do I reckon the Note 9 will have the fingerprint scanner underneath the screen? I would think so. I would think that would be the one thing that it will be able to distinguish itself from the Galaxy S9 Plus, is that they were able to put the fingerprint scanner underneath it. I'm guessing it will, and I think that it'll be interesting to see if it's Samsung or Apple going to be the first to do it, because I think that we'll probably see at least one major phone manufacturer start to put that in there, where the fingerprint scanner is underneath the screen, so you don't have to have it on the back. So I would say yes to the Note 9 having it. That would be my guess. Wallpaper or riot. Remember, hit me up on Twitter, and I'll try to either post a wallpaper out there, or I'll send you guys the link for the wallpaper. All right, one more question. Samurai Eddie says Samsung commercials were in heavy rotation last night. That's good. That's good. Get the word out. They got to get the word out. I've already had it for a week. Well, Connor, it's been a work week, so 5 days. I've had it since Monday, so technically it's not a full 7 days. So it's been 5 days. And if you count the day that I had with it, or maybe a few hours that I had with it a couple weeks ago, you can probably say six days. But it's been a good 5 days. That's a horrible trade-in. You can sell for at least twice that. Yeah, I can't words. Yeah, that's why I said check eBay, or you could sell the phones. Like if you have like an iPhone 10 or a Note 8, you could probably sell it for way more than $350 somewhere. But I think that trade-in deal that they're doing is going to be better for older phones. Maybe you have older phones, or maybe you just don't want to have to deal with eBay or anything like that. But yeah. All right, and so guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. So I wanted to do a kind of a live first impressions. My first time doing a live first impressions like this, I believe, either in a long time or ever. And so sorry about if there's any audio delay or lagging, anything like that. I'm gonna continue to fine tune this and maybe use other streaming things for it. But yeah, my internet's good, but we'll see. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming out and joining me out for this. I appreciate you taking your time out of your Saturday. If you're watching this after it went live, whatever day you're watching it, I appreciate you watching it anyway. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. I appreciate it. You guys hanging out. Thanks for the questions. And so I'm gonna, I'll have some more coverage of the Galaxy S9 Plus, but I've done a few videos on it this week, so I'm gonna have some other things coming out for you guys. I think next week's gonna be, I should have a bunch of videos for you guys over some other stuff besides just the S9 Plus. But of course, I'll be doing some more stuff with the camera on this phone, and also be working towards my final review of the S9 Plus. So make sure, if you're just watching me randomly, subscribe to me here on YouTube, follow me on my social media networks. The links are down below in the description of this. And again, if you had any questions that I didn't answer in this chat, and also make sure you do remind me, so somebody sent me a tweet about the wallpaper, hit me up on Twitter, and that's probably the best place, or just follow me on Instagram as well. So anyway, guys, I am out. Giveaways coming soon. It's been a while since I've done any giveaways from this channel. I will have some giveaways coming for you guys. I'm gonna make sure it's a good giveaway for you as well, because it's been a long time. But other than that, let me get out of here, or I'm gonna keep talking. Thanks for watching this video, or actually thanks for watching this live stream, and I will catch you later. Peace. Now it's the awkward pause while I find the stream shut off button. All right, I'm out.